a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you above average. How many more you know do I have to from my enemies? They bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, where they had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To the air, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emerson Griffin in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On play action, Allen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They tried the fade there to the back corner, and Charles, you know very well that can be hard to stay in bounds on that route.
So difficult because you have to start the route to give yourself enough space to actually fade away from the defender and stay in bounds, just as you described. If the defender's able to take away that little bit of cushion, it's often hard to come down inbounds with the ball and complete the play.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal.
Gun!
They'll look to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And here come the Bills. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Allen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen. Buying time to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's a give to Fournette. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a 1st as that leads to 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the toss, Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanchez. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They run. This is Cohen. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Well, now they'll try the end around. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fournette on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. this one through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what?
Allen hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
On second down, here's Allen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. On third and long, it's Allen. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And down he'll go at the 25. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Back to throw now on second and 10. To the right side and complete to Washington. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. Looking deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Allen now looks to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Allen going to throw, sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He finds Coleman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
No, check, Patriot!
Now Allen throwing on second down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Miles Jack in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Bills on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Bills passing game, getting him down the field. They've got another first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some and a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll air this one toward. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Allen off the play fake. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. 50, Mike, 50.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Cut.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. The throw to the left side caught by Coleman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Shark. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
Greg, you're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're going to throw on the ball as well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They begin with a run by Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And now out come the Bills. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A big play here for the Bills. And even 50 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.